motorized vehicles are powered vehicles, technical devices for moving and transporting them. However, cars generally use internal combustion engines, electric motors, and other types of machines. For example, hybrid electric vehicles and additive hybrid can also be used in motor vehicles now. Many continue to use heating oil as their primary fuel, but their vehicle appeared recently new technology in Indonesia, namely motor vehicle fuel electricity. Although there are new innovations, there are still good points. Disadvantages of this electric fuel. That's why we compared several types here. The difference between heating oil and electric fuel. Price. After inspection, electric cars are usually cheaper than cars with oil as fuel. However, at commodity prices for electric vehicles itself is much more expensive than gasoline electric vehicles. Charging time. Enough electric car charging takes 6 hours after the vehicle is built. Heating oil is short-lived and effective. Mileage. Lack of endurance. Batteries in electric vehicles also limit the distance traveled. Battery capacity that needs to be charged. Back after a walk 125 kilometers, and considering the lack of e-charging stations in Indonesia, oil-powered vehicles can go further, and at gas stations, which is widespread. Also, the speed of the electric car. There are limitations because electric car engines can be modified, because if one modification can cause a short circuit. Charging location. Vehicle charging point. The performance is still low because the vehicle is still relatively new in Indonesia, so access is granted. Petroleum-based vehicles have been around and used for a long time, so that the charging points are also spread out. Other than that, it's still missing. So, people's knowledge about electric cars has an impact. The prices for used cars and electricity are currently untested. But electric vehicles are the future of transportation. That must be an option so that city air remains clean and environmentally friendly. However, the challenges ahead are admittedly quite large, one of which is still quite high, especially for the battery component. The government hopes that the price of the battery will be cheaper and easier to obtain, as well as the electric motorbike. From the comparison above, it was very clear that it can be interpreted that oil-fueled vehicles are still widely used by the public because of the price, filling time, and mileage. More efficient than electric vehicles. And electric vehicles are still not evenly distributed, so that for the current era, oil-based vehicles are still the winners because these vehicles are still widely used by the public, while electric vehicles are still at a developing stage. However, this does not rule out the possibility that electric vehicles will win, because over time these vehicles are widely used by the public because they are considered more environmentally friendly. So for now, we can see the winner is the car to heat oil, because there are still not many people in Indonesia who do it use an electric car, because it is very sufficient in terms of cost, expensive, and considering not many gas stations available in several locations.